And now, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
Oh my goodness, boys. This is what we were talking about. He looks like the executioner walking down in the ring to do his job. Move over, Ivan Drago. This guy is the real deal in Russian nightmares.
He is expressionless when he walks down. He looks like my kid every time he's in trouble. He's got to go. He knows he's going to meet the executioner, but the guy that you would not want to have walking down those steps to you is Fedor Emelianenko. He is absolutely the most dominant heavyweight that has ever been in mixed martial arts.
I got a chance to sit down with him for about an hour last time we were together, and he said, you know, sometimes when I'm beating up my opponents, I start to feel bad for them, so I let up, show them sympathy, and when they take advantage of my generosity, I am the fun.
That's kind of what happened with him and Vegeta. He kind of let Vegeta punch him around a little bit. Kind of stung him. He finally got tired of it. Armbar him to finish the fight very quickly.
Him and Coleman, him and Randleman, him and anybody who's ever done anything to him.
You're right, Big John. You're right. Big John was correcting me. It was a choke on Vegeta.
Yes, it was.
One time he did do an armbar.
Yeah. You know what? His sambo is so good. He's so explosive that he is absolutely a dangerous man, no matter if he's on his feet or on the ground.
And he very rarely gets hurt. Let's send it now into the ring to Michael Buffer for our heavyweight championship fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Honda Center, Anaheim, California, Affliction Event and M1, in association with Roy Engelbrecht Events, is proud to present the Affliction Band main event of the evening. For the very first time in history, an MMA independently recognized contest for the heavyweight championship of the world. Scheduled for 5-minute rounds, sanctioned by the WAMMA and the California State Athletic Commission. Chairman Tim Noonan, Executive Officer Armando Garcia, Assistant Executive Officer Bill Douglas, Event Supervisor Che Guevara. And inside the ring when the action begins, your referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, it's time for a moment of history. Are you ready? MMA fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, standing 6'8", officially weighing 263 pounds. His record, 24 victories, including 16 knockouts with 2 submissions. Only 4 defeats. From Bettendorf, Iowa, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Tim Maniac Sylvia. Fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6 feet tall and officially weighs 230 pounds. His record, 27 victories, only 1 defeat. 6 by KO, 14 by submission. From Staroyarsk, Russia, the former Pride FC heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Dame y Господа, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
We've gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Very interesting. Neither fighter looking at each other. Not one time did they look up and look in each other's eyes. Fedor expressionless. Sylvia says again, I have nothing to lose. It's finally here. The affliction people give it to us. Fedor Emelianenko on U.S. soil, fighting the former UFC heavyweight champ in Sylvia.
This is the kind of fight you live for right here.
Yeah, this is for the WAMA heavyweight belt. Big John. Oh, nice. Shot bless there by This is what Fedor does best. Fedor immediately hooking in the hooks, going for a rear naked choke. Can it be over this fast?
This is the same position Randy Couture had Sylvia, but he's got the
He tapped out. He tapped out. 36 seconds.
That is what
Fedor Emelianenko. You want to know why? He is the greatest fighter on the planet today. That is why. Sylvia shaking his head in disbelief. That, folks, is the Michael Jordan, the Tiger Woods, the Rocky Marciano of our sport.
he hits like Rocky Marciano because he absolutely leveled Sylvia.
Can you believe that? I was about to say, remember you guys at the same time, I was like, just wait for it, it's about to move, it's about to move. And before I could get it out, he just jumped into it and went crazy. That is how you attack a fight. That is how you do it.
For all those people who have questioned the level of competition, you can't question it any longer. Fedor Emelianenko, quite frankly, is the baddest SOB on this planet.
There is no more argument anymore. You have other people that are in contention for pound for pound best in the world right now, all this other, but pound for pound, the best guy in the world in mixed martial arts is Fedor Emelianenko. There's nobody else in any weight class can do what he does. Not BJ Penn's, not your George St. Pierre's, nobody. None of those guys can do what he does. Fedor Emelianenko is a step above everybody else that's fighting in MMA right now.
I'll tell you what, Frank, as much as you and I have seen him, and we've done so many shows on him in the Pride Fighting Championships on FSN, he still amazes.
Dude, I have to be honest with you, that's probably one of the most incredible things I've ever seen, and I've called 7 of his fights, 8 of his fights, and I get to sit in this exact same seat every time I see him fight. This is the first time I was actually a little nervous. Tim has a very long reach, knows how to use his reach, knows how to keep a guy away from him, but he couldn't stop Fedor tonight.
I tell you what, the Affliction people, we have a great future in store, because whether or not you have him against Orlovsky, maybe Randy Couture, wow, Fedor Emelianenko showing the American fans why he is the baddest of the bad. Now he's thinking, I came all the way to America for this? 36 seconds?
Well, he kind of likes America, gets to hang out a little while.
He does.
I'm sure he'll be at Disneyland tomorrow.
I don't know. And here's a guy, folks, also, he's a huge star in Russia, but lives in the town that he grew up and actually has a house, gave it to his mom. He lives in a little apartment, or probably not so little, but lives in an apartment with his wife. Wow. Let's set it up now into the ring with Michael Buffer for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 36 seconds of round number 1. He now holds the WAMMA World Championship belt and surely must be recognized as the undisputed MMA heavyweight champion of the world, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
Let's go through this fight real quick. Look at that huge move there by Fedor.
Comes over the top.
So fast.
Oh. That's what we're talking about, how Vitor Belfort used to punch so many years ago, and that's what we're looking to get for Vitor to come back. And Fedor shows it how a big guy this size can still do that.
And Tim Sylvia admitted, I don't have anybody to train with who does what Fedor does. I tried to get 4 different guys to help me out, but obviously it didn't help.
Nobody does what Fedor does. If you're fighting him, it's impossible to find a guy that can punch you in the head like that. Then, with a 6-foot frame on top of a 6'7" frame, sinking both hooks, flip you over onto your back, and stick in a rear naked choke that was only used with the forearm. So he's got power, strength, and technique on top of it.
That's one of those old-fashioned chokes. Wasn't even really the rear naked, didn't have it fully locked in.
Take a look at this, nice and deep. Just the forearm, like I said before, didn't put it all the way into a rear naked choke like Jay said. It's really amazing to see a guy like this that's able to pull something off.
And look at his face when he's done. It's the same face that he had when he walked into the ring. He is expressionless. He's emotionless. He goes to work, whips your butt, goes back home. See you later. Let's have dinner.
That's it.
All right, our guy, Big John McCarthy, is with your world champion, the great Fedor Emelianenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here with the baddest man on the planet, Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor, you just, in 36 seconds, destroyed Tim Sylvia, a man who has only lost to other champions. Tell me what you're thinking right now.
Конечно же, я чувствую радость. Я очень рад и горжусь тем, что Тим вышел со мной, и я имел бой с ним.
I'm very happy about the fight, and I'm very happy about my performance, and I thank Tim very much for coming out and fighting with me on this great card.
There have been people that said that you have not fought top flight competition in several years and that you didn't deserve to be the #1 fighter in the heavyweight division. You have anything you'd like to say to those people right now?
Боец в тяжелом весе. Что ты думаешь о людях, которые это говорили? Ты думаешь, что сейчас заслужил?
Честно сказать, я не думаю об этом.
Honestly, I don't think about where people consider me and what rankings I'm at.
When you were going to face off against Tim Sylvia, did you think that you were going to be able to put him down with your stand-up, or were you going to try to get inside and take him down?
Когда ты готовился к Тим Силва, ты думал, что ты так просто сможешь выиграть, или ты думал, надо будет внутри больше с ним работать?
Ну, безусловно, я надеялся на быстрый бой, как и во всех боях. Хочется провести как можно быстрее, ну а там как Бог даст.
It's always my desire to make sure that the fight lasts as short as possible. So I go in there trying to finish the fight as soon as I can, and what happens, happens.
If given an opportunity to choose your next opponent, who is it that you would like to fight? Who is it that would interest you in bringing out the best in Fedor?
Кто бы хотел бы твой следующий соперник был? Скажи имя, если можешь.
Я восхищаюсь Рэнди Кутюром, но, если честно...
I think everyone knew what he said. He said it'd be his desire to fight with Randy Couture. But honestly,
I would just like to tell you congratulations on being the first ever true world champion in mixed martial arts. This is not a promotional belt. You are the World Alliance of Mixed Martial Arts heavyweight champion, the very first. Ladies and gentlemen, the world champion, Fedor, the last emperor, Emelianenko.
Thank you very much. Я бы хотел передать низкий поклон Алёше, Игорю Алексеевичу, ну и всем нашим. Низкий поклон вам. Спасибо вам, что вы поддерживаете меня, верите в меня и молитесь за меня.
I'd like to say just thank you to all of my fans, all of my good friends who have come out so far to support me, who continue to support me, my trainers, my camp. Thank you all very, very much.
Only thing we got to say is one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Fedor.